Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So how do you usually practice to playing a keyboard?
I usually practice with my teacher in my home.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, welcome back to MTsB channel. Kita ini cakep. So for the first, let me introduce myself. My name is Deling Azara Vanessa. You can call me Deli. So I am from 9.2, and in this podcast I am not alone. I am here with my friends.
Hello everyone, my name is Azrajala. I'm from 9.2.
Hi CALU, how are you today?
I'm fine.
So what are you feel right now? Are you feel sad, happy, tired, or excited, or something else?
I'm happy, but I little bit hungry because I didn't get a breakfast. So I think I wanna buy some food at the canteen.
CALU, don't forget to eat breakfast before go to school, right?
Yes.
By the way, because of you want to buy something or buy food, so you need money. Money is an important thing, right?
Yes, of course.
So money is an object that is influential in society. So it's very concerned by supporting economy and social activity.
That's right, Del. Especially for economy in every country, which must be balanced so that people in each country can be fulfilled in their daily lives.
Therefore, the topic of podcast today is about global recession. So, CALU, in your opinion, what is the meaning of global recession?
In my opinion, global recession is drastic reduction in economic activities such as trade, industry, and small to medium enterprises in a certain period of time. The following sluggish economic condition usually occur within months to years and can be seen from the presence of negative point for 2 consecutive quarters and an increase the unemployment rate.
That's a great opinion, CALU. So recently, we were shocked by the several news reports because of the recording of economic recession in 2022. So many people feel anxious and panic.
Yes, it's dangerous condition for people in this world.
That's true.
So what the causes of global recession, Darling?
So the reason why global recession occurs, it can be a plague. It's similar with COVID-19 that has hit all of the country in this world. So the factor of global recession, it can be a coronavirus.
Yes, the year of 2020 is the most recent event in which the plunge of into another recession caused by coronavirus pandemic. So since the pandemic hit, the global economy is projected to sharply by -3% and in 2020. It's much worse than during the 2008 financial crisis.
The development of the economic of the year 2022 is quietly good, even though it's still being overshadowed by the existence of coronavirus. Because of many variants of coronavirus, there's such like Alpha, Delta, and most recently is Omicron. So maybe the people still being worried about this virus.
Yes, many people worry about this virus, so we must to be grateful because in 2023 the pandemic was over. So Darling, how the way to overcome the global recession for the sake of economic balance of each country?
So it could be 4 ways to overcome the global recession. The first is setting up an emergency fund. Emergency fund or financial saving is for the future that must be prepared. So when the global recession come again next time, we have to be prepared and don't feel difficult again. So the second is minimizing the expense and debt. Minimizing the way to deal with the global recession in the next time is with minimizing the spending of unnecessary goods.
Wait, I know this one.
Really?
I think the third is using insurance. Insurance is one of the tools in how to deal with an economy activities because it can overcome financial shortfalls. If a wanted thing happen, when the emergency fund is not enough. The fourth is active investment. When facing recession, what we need to do is find an efficient way to out. One of which is by actively investing.
That's the true way, CALU. So, where do you know about this?
I read the article about the global recession, so I know and I can tell you the way that you say.
Oh, apparently it is. So, because of you have done to read the article of globalization, so can you give me an example of globalization?
No, I'm not.
So, the impact of globalization is it can be an economic recession can result in lower for taxes and non-taxes. So the first is the impact of economic recession on companies. Companies or business world will affected by the economic recession. This is because of the many people purchasing the power is decreased, so the revenues of company will be decreased too. This is condition will be threatened by the smooth flow of cash.
And the second is the impact of globalization on workers. Not only the government and companies, the globalization also affect on workers. The number of unprofitable business area to cut operational costs will result many layoffs. If there are many layoffs, it certainly has the potential to increase unemployment. On the other hand, workers are also required to continue to make ends and meet of the maths of an globalization.
Okay, CALU, can you give me the example of the globalization?
An example of globalization at Indonesia at the time was that economic growth in second quarter of 2022 experienced minus 5.32%. And in the third quarter, it also minus 3.49% compared to the period of last year. Then in the third, Indonesian economic growth was minus 2.19%.
That's a great example, CALU. As you know, the example of globalization, it's not only that, but what CALU say is very easy to understand. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Because of this, we can know that money is important thing to our life. We can buy anything we want. So in this podcast, I want to invite you all to manage our money.
It turned out that is also dangerous for the world because this effect of the economic recession is very, very dangerous. And yeah, so that's all about our podcast today.
Plus we say, Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.